Antinatalists are wrong. Each generation takes care of the next, so if we don't procreate, who would take care of the final generation? So it's true that existing people today, like you and me, we rely on institutions like social care systems and global supply chains that kind of rely on the creation of new people to continue functioning at least as they are today. So we're kind of privileged in that sense, in that there are new people being brought into existence that we can rely on. And the final generation presumably is not going to benefit from all the same things we do, because certain things we benefit from rely on new people being brought into existence. And as a result, the final generation is probably going to experience acute issues that we don't face today. And that is a kind of injustice, but so is creating new people to avoid that situation. Creating someone else, a whole new person, simply as a means of avoiding a problem for you, even if you are in the final generation and your problem is caused by you being in the final generation, seems completely unethical. The issues we face as existing people, whatever their source, are our issues to face. For example, if I was in £100,000 worth of financial debt, should I be able to just create someone and offload my debt onto them? I don't think anyone would see that as ethical. But that is essentially what we're doing in other cases, like if we create people to avoid issues coming to a final generation. And that's even if these issues come to someone out of no fault of their own. If I get £100,000 worth of debt out of no fault of my own, it's still unethical to create someone to just offload it onto them. There likely isn't a perfect solution to the issues that face a final generation, but I think a more appropriate way of approaching the issues that they would face is to simply recognize that they're in a predicament and to try and live as good a life as possible given the circumstances, not to create new people and impose the harms on them. That would essentially be a Ponzi scheme, constantly kicking the can down the road to the next generation. At some point there is going to be a final generation. And we should remember as well that children and people generally shouldn't be viewed as simply an easy fix that we can deploy when we want to solve our own problems. If we're facing the prospect of a final generation coming into existence, which there will ultimately be at some point, then surely it's better to prepare for that final generation and actually facilitate it ourselves, put in systems to help them, and facilitate as good a life as possible, rather than just waiting for some unplanned existential threat to kill us off. And that's why this argument against antinatalism fails. Hey there, this is Lawrence. Thank you for watching till the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, then you'll definitely want to check out an antinatalist handbook. I've linked it in the description for you, and thank you again for watching the video.